Alrighty, so this one, we're now looking at the second one. Find the equation of the locus of point xp, xy, that moves so that distance PA to distance PB is in the ratio of 2 to 1, where A equals minus 3, 1, and B equals 2, minus 2. So I suppose the first thing we should probably do is plot those points. So we've got our A and our B. So I'll move this here so I can see. So A is at minus 3, 1. Oh, that's interesting. Try again. Oh, the mouse is going nuts. Love this mouse. Turn it over so it works better. All right, let's choose a pen colour. Okay, minus 3, 1, and we'll call that A. And what was the other point? 2, negative 2. We'll call that B. And it's a ratio of 2 to 1. So, what are we going to do? Where's the point P go? Do we know? Yeah, so I'm just going to chuck it in arbitrarily. If I can click on that. I'm just going to chuck it in arbitrarily on there. I'm just going to put it in. Cool? But I'm not going to put it here because that wouldn't be a 2 to 1. Okay? I'm just going to put it about there. Cool? Oh, that should be an X. Y. Point P. You happy with that? So it's so that length is about double that length. Cool? We don't know where that point is. And apart from anything else, that point is going to move. Does that make sense? That point is going to be moving so that it is always twice as far away from A as it is from B. Okay? So it's like you've got your goat, again, tethered to 2 poles. And one pole has a 2 metre rope and the other one has a 1 metre rope. Okay? The goat can move around, and what we've got to try and do is work out what shape or what the equation is of where the goat can walk. Does that make sense? We all happy with what we're trying to do? Okay. So now we've got to work out how we do it. Well, what do we know? Start with what? Sorry, yeah, we know the ratio. So PA to PB equals 2 to 1. Are we happy with that? So the length of PA to the length of PB is 2 to 1. All good? Now ratios are a wonderful thing, but they're not very useful mathematically in their form like that if you're just trying to do normal maths, blah, 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 blah. How can I rewrite it is what I'm saying so that it looks more like something you can use. What's a ratio? What's another way of writing a ratio? Fraction. Let's do that. So PA over PB equals 2 over 1, or 2. That make sense? So we're now getting in a format that we're probably going to be using. Cool? So now I want it written as one of them in terms of the other one. So I'm going to rewrite this as PA equals 2PB. 2A is twice 2P is twice PB. We've taken a few steps to get there, but that was what we were talking about earlier. Okay? Happy with that? Now what? You don't get what they've done? Okay, yeah, cool. What we might do is separate them. I'll do them in different colours so you can kind of see. I might scroll up for a sec. So, actually I'm going to pause this for a sec so we can talk for a sec without wasting time. What we've done, I've just written this bit in blue, that PA squared equals 2PB all squared. That equals 4PB squared, okay? That's just the maths, that's just that all squared. Cool? Now the reason I've done that is because we want to use the distance formula. We want to use part of the distance formula. The distance formula has d squared equals and then all this other guff. Cool? We don't care about the d squared because we don't actually care what the distance is at any given point. We know that there is a relationship between the two distances. We know that PA is twice as big as PB. Cool? So if I work out what one of the distances is, I know the other one has to be twice that, but we've represented that in here with the PA equals 2PB. Cool? So that is one of the distances. So this is d squared. Yeah? And that's the other distance, but we know it has to be twice that one. Okay? Or half that one, sorry. And this is the other distance squared. So we've got d squared and we've got d squared. Cool? And we know they are equal because that's the ratio that we're given. Yeah? So we know that this d squared has to equal that d squared because we've doubled it. We all good with that? We used the ratio to double it. Cool? So very quickly, we've got x2 minus x1 plus y2 minus y1, and they're both all squared, yeah? So here's what I would like you to do. I'm going to pause the recording and let you go and have food. What I would like you to do is take your x2 minus your x1, take your y2 minus your y1. Now you're going to have to do it twice, but what you're going to have is you're going to have PA stuff on the left equals PB stuff on the right. But just remember that you're actually doing 4 times PB squared. So the equation you're actually going to use is going to have that sort of format. Does that make sense? Because that's the 4 times that bit. Yeah? Give it a go.